Hi guys, this is a update on the survival garden. The chickens were here. This spot gets much better sunlight, so we put the pallet collars here, starting to fill them up with soil. Greenhouse in action, and this is where the chickens now live. It's a bit more sheltered. We have a cover to go on the top, which I think is much better because, especially over winter time, they make it really muddy. We got the what will become the workshop. That's a quick update on how things are going. Allotment, survival garden, egg production. So that's where we are at the bottom of the garden. A little interesting area, a few raised beds. We've got the chickens there, which we absolutely adore, the greenhouse, and the little shed slash workshop area. It's got a vise in there. It's got a fairly sturdy table. That's pretty useful for tinkering around with little bits and pieces. Myself and my girlfriend are both very busy at the moment. We've got 2 children, another one on the way. We're doing a lot of DIY inside the house, but we're still trying to, at least when we get 10-15 minutes here and there, do little bits down the bottom of the garden on the veg patch. Hopefully get the seeds in the ground over the next few days, probably this weekend. Last year we left it too late. We had the council allotment last year, and again we're just so busy last year that we didn't really get seeds in the ground until late April, May, and we still grew a good amount of things, but it felt like the yield was probably half that than had we started earlier. So we're trying to get things going in the ground a little bit sooner this time, and it'd be really interesting to see what we get off the back of it. I've been calling the garden the survival garden. This has been calling it that since I made the YouTube videos on it last year. People may have thought last year that's a little bit hyperbolic. I think we all knew inflation was going to be a big problem into the future. There was almost no way that could have been avoided, and shortages, have been and will continue to be a big problem in the future. I think last year maybe people would have questioned that and doubted it, but I think if anything, even for myself, just the rate that we've seen inflation kick in, just how easily shortages can and will continue to happen, that we've seen the last 2 years, and with inflation obviously comes shortages. Those two things just go hand in hand. Having the ability to grow your own produce, I mean, very few of us will ever be at the point of being self-sufficient for food. It's a very hard thing to do. It's probably not something that most of us would actually want to do. The amount of time and effort you'd have to put into that would essentially be your full-time job, just growing crops. But the ability to supplement things, and as I expect, shortages will be a bigger problem in the future. Inflation is only continue to grow as a problem. Prices aren't going to be coming down. They're only going to continue to go up. The question will be just at what percent. It's just very satisfying. It's very rewarding, and it's just a little bit of reassurance, the ability to produce at least some of what you need, and you can grow the more interesting things, the things that are more likely to just not be available in a situation where shortages are a big problem. I mean, potatoes, real basic vegetables, there's a really bad situation. The supermarkets don't even have potatoes, but the more interesting fruits and vegetables, those are going to be likely the things that will disappear first. as shortages occur. So that's just what we're aiming at the moment. We find it very rewarding. We really enjoy it. It gives us a lot of happiness. Having the vegetable patch, keeping the chickens. But then again, a part of it is about just trying to mitigate the problems that we currently have and are very likely to get worse. We did actually think about trying to get the compost for free. You get manure for free and compost for free. We did have options to do that, but then we just questioned, well, we want to be in this house for a long period of time, and it's just probably worth spending the £40 now filling the raised beds with compost than kick ourselves in a year's time where things have just gone up so much. So it just makes sense. Stuff you need, stuff that's going to be useful, we're just buying those things now, because in an inflationary environment, things you need, just buy them now, because A, they may not be available at a future point, and B, if they are, they're probably going to be a lot more expensive. So that's how things are at the moment. Bottom of the garden, it's really coming along. We're really happy with it, and it's only going to continue to get better. It's a lot more satisfying having it, just everything based now at the house. The allotment was okay, but it always felt that in a real grid down situation, your allotment's just gone. Like, there's no way people will just come and steal your stuff. But it's so nice having things like in the house, in just like the one plot, the one compound, if you will. So yeah, it brings me a lot of satisfaction, a lot of happiness, and yeah, we're just trying to do the best for ourselves and for our children. And I hope if you have the space, you can do the same, because it's good. It's a good feeling. So thanks for watching this video, guys. I'll try and keep that. I won't bombard you with gardening videos, but we will do little updates here and there as things come along, as we start getting stuff growing, because I know some of you like it and I definitely enjoy it. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.